Ladies and gentlemen, this is not a funeral. It's the first ever graduating ceremony of Welwitchia University. Good morning. First and foremost, my name is Josie Pandwa and I will be serving as your Master of Ceremony for this very, very special occasion. It is indeed an honor and a privilege for me to be a part of this making of history. Before we begin with any of our formalities, it is important that we start off our graduation ceremony in the right way, and we can only do it in God's way. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for our benediction by Reverend Plessy. Let's give him a round of applause.
Circumstances. I want to say a few words, and then I have a prayer for the graduates especially. I think if you get to this point in your life, then each one of us looking into the future, and each one of us feel that we will experience joy and happiness. We really want to have a joyful life. And I don't just mean a life that is full of riches. You will walk with God if you trust in God, if you delight Him, which means you will strive towards Him. If you will accept His advice, His instruction, if you live a godly conduct life, if you not only lean or rely on your own understanding. Come, let us pray. Father God, we thank you. We thank you, Lord, for these graduating students. We pray that you will give them direction, purpose, and perseverance as they enter the next season of their lives. Give them clearness of mind to move forward into the plans and purposes that you have for them. May they experience your presence in their lives, and may they be strengthened. Lord, instill with hope. Still hope in their lives for the new roads you have in store for them.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we all know that in order for us to have a gathering in any household, the head of the household must first okay it. So in order for us to have this gathering here today, it's only necessary that the head of the Welwitchia Health Training Center household okay it. With that said, I now call upon Madam Vice Chancellor, Professor Ipinge, to constitute our congregation for today.
Good morning, all. I, Scholastica Ndatinda Ipinge, by virtue of authority vested in me as Rector and Principal Officer of Welwitchia Health Training Center, hereby declare that this congregation is officially declared and constituted as the first graduation ceremony of the Welwitchia Health Training Center to award and confer fully accredited degrees to graduates who have successfully satisfied both academic and non-academic requirements as required by Welwitchia Health Training Center rules and regulations. I thank you.
Thank you very much, MC, and all the guests here. My name is Harry Karihoop. I'm the board member of Welwitchia University. Unfortunately, Ms. Pendukeni cannot make it right now, but she's on her way. So I'm going to do the welcoming remarks on her behalf. Today is a day that we need to celebrate. We need to be happy. As our MC said, it's not a funeral. We are not mourning. We are here to celebrate. So graduates, all I can say is to our graduates, parents, staff, board members sitting around here, and all our stakeholders, please feel welcome. Ours is not long, but all I can say is this is a journey that our graduates have for 4 years, together with our parents, our stakeholders, and lecturers. So with these few words, as I said, today is a day of celebration. We're not going to take long. With these few words, please feel welcome. All protocol observed. Media, please feel welcome. And let's have the day fun. Thank you very much.
I would now like to call upon the Welwitchia Choir to entertain us with our first musical item for the day. Let's welcome them.
When you share a spot at the fireplace with the wise, you tap from their wisdom, eventually. Each minute you spend with a visionary makes you realize that it is possible to see beyond the horizon. Those among us who have had the privilege to be close to and to be mentored by the woman I have asked to introduce to you will concur that the above observations are true. She hails from Omusati region, Oshikuku constituency, and started her nursing career in 1985 and remains a nurse to date. She holds a number of qualifications in health sciences, which include Dr. Curatinis in Community Health Sciences, Rand Afrikaans University, South Africa, obtained in 2001. A master's degree of International Community Health, School of Tropical Medicine, University of Liverpool, obtained in 1995. Baccalaureate Curatinis Honours, majoring in Community Health, University of Namibia, 1992. Baccalaureate Curatinis, majoring in Nursing Education and Community Health Nursing, University of South Africa, 1986 to 1988. A National Diploma in Human Resources, Polytechnic of Namibia, 2005. Diploma in Nursing Administration, University of South Africa, 1990. A Diploma in Nursing Education and Community Health, Medical University of South Africa, Medunsa, 1984 to 1985. A Diploma in General Nursing and Midwifery, Oshakati State Hospital, 1981. She was the country leader of Equinet in Namibia for 8 years. In the academic profession, she has risen from a junior lecturer to a lecturer, then to a senior lecturer, to a head of Department of Nursing at the University of Namibia in the Faculty of Health Sciences, and then to the position of Deputy Associate Dean in the School of Nursing and Public Health, University of Namibia, and then to a university professor in the year 2012, yes. She was also an HIV/AIDS focal person at the University of Namibia. Esteemed guests, parents, graduates, and staff of Welwitchia Health Training Center, I present to you Professor Scholastica Ndatinda Ipinge.
Ladies and gentlemen, the journey that started in 2013 bears fruit today. As a rector, it gives me great pleasure and satisfaction to note that our work, which started 7 years before the first intake in 2013, finally bears fruit with this inaugural historical achievement by our first cohort of graduates, 106, who will receive their degrees today after 4 years of hard work. They will receive a bachelor degree of nursing science, NQF level 8. Today we witness a total of 106 graduates who started in 2013 in September and those who started in March 14. We started with a total number of 176 students for the combined intake, and today we have a total of 106 graduating, 43 of 2013 and 63 of 2014. Our target as an institution is really to at least to have a pass rate of about 80% for each intake. Due to the demand of the profession and the challenges facing our nation, it is imperative that we make provision to produce at least minimum of 40 graduates per intake per campus in our country if we want to achieve the set target for locally trained nurses and the desirable patient-nurse ratio in all health facilities. Guest of honor, I'm pleased to report that we have since established additional campuses and programs since our inception, and we currently have 5 campuses across the country. The Bindu campus and the Lady Pohamba campus, this is our main campuses that started in 2013, and Lady Pohamba campus, which started this year in March 2018. We must commend the efforts being made by the private sector in Namibia to produce quality graduates in the minimum budget. We call upon our government and private sector to step in and assist our students, while we do our best to provide a higher quality education and at an affordable fee. Thank you very much for those individuals who supported some of our students, and some of them are actually graduating today. I need to specifically thank Honorable Juliet Kavetuna. She was my student, I could actually call her Juliet, that she have sourced funding for more of our students to complete their program. Some of your graduates are here. At this juncture, as I said, it's not a day for speeches, it's really just for briefing and celebration. Thank you so much, and congratulations to our students.
I'd like to invite the Welwitchia Choir one more time for another item. Let's welcome them.
Yele yele Jehovah, yele 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 moti yele yele Jehovah, yele 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 moti yele yele Jehovah, yele 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 moti yele Jehovah, yele
Morning. I feel very honored to be given this opportunity to introduce the guest of honor. But if I look back here, I can see a lot of great people who have really done very good things for the profession and who have contributed a lot for making the day for everyone to be here around. But if I look down again, I'm also seeing a lot of other great people who have actually set the foundation and who are still continuing to build the foundation for creating a very good environment for our children, our colleagues, to be able to come up with their qualification and with their training. So it will be actually very unfair for me not to really acknowledge those individuals who are also amongst our midst, because I'm just sitting there, I'm looking down there. So if I look at that, I will actually like to acknowledge Dr. Richard Kamwe, who was our previous health minister, with whom I've actually been working very close in helping to shape this environment as well. I will also like to acknowledge Mr. Wayulu, Cornelius Wayulu, who is actually in the Health Professional Council, who is actually shaping all those regulations where we as health professionals have got to find ourselves and direct ourselves in a very good manner, where we will on the long run be able to serve the public as what we are supposed to be. For the parents who are actually here, they should not really be in despair. There's a lot of negative things which you hear. Is it really worthwhile sending your child to a nursing school with a nursing degree? Does it bring anything? I'm quite witness. I've been witnessing it for the last, most probably close to 25 years of my profession, where I've really been seeing what nurses in this noble profession can actually contribute towards alleviating the suffering of many of our fellow Namibians. That to us, we regard them as our line of first defense and also our line of last defense, because they're the ones who are actually spending more time with the patients. They were the ones who see trouble coming, and they're usually the ones who will actually be able to also give the warning and also give the first treatment until the other colleagues actually are there. So it's actually a profession worth following. You should not be under any insecurity that you have actually not done the right thing. All of you people have actually done the right thing, especially those of you who are actually now going to graduate. And you must just carry on with that attitude. So this is really a great, stunning ambassador for Namibia. So let me present Dr. Helena Dumwe.
All protocol observed. It is a privilege and joy to have been invited to this esteemed event, and indeed an honor to be the inaugural guest of honor on one of Namibia's budding and homegrown institutions of higher learning, which opened its doors in 2013. Today we are witnessing a historical achievement of 106 first graduates who fought through a myriad of challenges to see this day. Looking at you students, all cap and gown, takes me down memory lane. It takes me down memory lane when I was also graduating. For many, it is a day when you realize you have now transitioned from being a toddler to a child, transitioning from childhood to adulthood. Is it not exciting? It must be very, very exciting. All of you graduating here today have a reason to be excited, to be euphoric, to be happy, as you all work hard to attain your degrees. Graduates, You have all done well, guys. However, like in all tasks we undertake, in teams or groups, there are those who go an extra mile to complete assignments or tasks. It is for that reason that they will receive special recognition for their sacrifices and outstanding performances. We congratulate you for the job well done. For everyone else, as inaugural students, you will all receive gold medals for your dedication and resilience as being both the founding students and first graduate student of this budding institution. Ladies and gentlemen, the registered nurses who are graduating today are most needed by the people of Namibia as a country continue to experience shortage in the field, and reliance had to be placed on expatriates over the years. Today, I'm confident that an addition of 106 nurses in our country will help to bridge a significant gap and improve the nurses-patient ratio in our country. I'm also reliably informed that a number of graduates have already secured jobs in the public and private sector. That is great. Congratulations. We all know that hard work is the key to success, and being here today proves that you are able to work hard. Hard work has to be coupled with self-discipline, or discipline in general is a very important quality. If you don't have that, you will not be able to progress in life. Without discipline, you will not be able to manage your budget, and in turn, it leads to you being grumpy, making the poor patients suffer as a result. When we were in the camps during the liberation struggle, yes, I said the liberation struggle. I know many of you are sniggering and saying liberation struggle again. We are tired of hearing liberation struggle. Yes, that is what made us. And that is why some of you are calling yourself millennials or born frees. You can't run away from history. Instilling discipline in especially young people was so important that we even have discipline commander. My first choice was to become a fashion designer, and medicine was my second priority. But I was told by Comrade Naha Sangula that no, independent Namibia doesn't need fashion. It needs medical doctor. And that's why, and I mean, these are people who have been through the University of Life. Some of you, when we are advising you, you tell us that we are behind the mountains, but you are just starting to enter the University of Life. We have been there, and that's why sometimes you must also listen when the elders are advising you. So, and this discipline has helped hundreds of young people, Namibians, who want to study in different countries to come back with qualifications. Believe me, without discipline, a person will not succeed in life. Second one is positive attitude. Attitude is one thing we have control over. You have the free will to choose your attitude at your workplace. However, should you choose to be that of ignoring patients when they call you out of help or being late at work? Some nurses have such an attitude that they will even tell the patient that they did not pay for their education. Why? As if you also pay for your education as you are sitting there. The village must have contributed money together for one person to go and do nursing. The family members contributing their money. You have some private doctors here apparently also who are contributing, sponsoring some of you to be here. And who are also think that we are going to sponsor this student. When she finishes back, she's going to give back. And that is very important. Let us not forget where we come from. We must always go back and help. Let the oil of knowledge and love always ensure that your lamp burns brightly. You are the light of life to the world. Strive to reflect the true ethos and meaning of the lamp that bears witness to your calling and professionalism. which will benefit the patient and client, as well as the profession at large. Together and with compassion, our profession will build a healthy and productive nation and the world at large. Once again, thank you and congratulations to all of you.
Ladies and gentlemen, finally, the moment that we have been waiting for. I would now like to call upon the Academic Dean, Mrs. Watikunda, as well as the Head of Department, Mrs. Haifete, for the presentation of degrees.
The time has arrived. Madam Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to inform you that the following students have completed an approved program and have satisfied the examiners, and they are to be awarded the Bachelor of Nursing Science degree, NQF Level 8. We have 2 intake. I will start with the September 2013 intake in alphabetical order. Are you ready, students? Number 1, Andreas Toini Ndapunjwa, in absentia. Anguku Maria Nampala. Ankonga Seli Eli Hambelelo. Oh, okay. Ashkoto Aili Magano. Awanga Benicia. Barnabas Martha Nyanyukweni. Chakwizira Plaxides. Eita Vanda in absentia. Philemon Sylvia Morwa. Gottlieb Magano, Magdalena Ndili Megameno. Halwendo Rachel Penhafo.
I, Professor Scholastica Ndatinda Ipinge, by virtue of the authority vested in me as Rector and Principal Officer of Welwitchia Health Training Center, hereby declare and certify that these graduates who have successfully satisfied both the academic and non-academic requirements of the Welwitchia Health Training Center as presented today are now officially graduates of the Welwitchia Health Training Center.
Kambinda Laina MK. Then we move to September 2016 Best Student in Theory, Windhoek Campus, Ipinge Esther. Then September 2016 Kurenkuru, Yena Esther. It's just the Esther. Then we move to March 2016 intake Windhoek campus. Mushipe Maureen. Then we move to March 2015 intake, Windhoek, Molumbo Anna. September 2014, Windhoek campus, Hampa Nandigolo. March 2014, Windhoek campus, Hanai Tuyeni Gelao. September 2013, Windhoek campus, Kanjingu Christina Sironga. Well done, Kanjingu.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give all of our prize students a round of applause, as well as to Dr. Ndume. Thank you very much. We move on to the next two categories of merit prizes. These are gifts to be given to our VIPs, as well as the gift for the VC and Rector's Prize. To announce the names, I call on Mr. Karikub, and to assist in handing out on the other side, Mr. Kachitai. Let's give them a round of applause.
VIPs. We would love to call upon our guest of honor, Dr. Helena Ndume. Followed by Dr. Bernard Haufiku, Minister of Health and Social Service, in his absentia. Followed by Ms. Petronella Musabane, Acting Permanent Secretary of Ministry of Health and Social Service, if she's around, in absentia. Mrs. Juliet Kavetuna, Deputy Minister of Health and Social Service. But last but not least, the Vice Chancellor and Rector, Prof, our mother, Professor Solastica Ipinde.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give our VIPs a round of applause. I now have the honor of announcing a few gift sets that is for the WHTC management as well. To assist me with handing over, Mr. Karikup, if you could please on the other side. And we would now, on behalf of Welwitchia Health Training Center, like to present gifts of appreciation to the following management members. The first, who are seemingly the last, Professor Scholastica Ipinge. She's getting a lot of gifts today. Please don't rob her. Secondly, the Academic Dean, Mrs. Watikunda. Thirdly, your head of department, Mrs. Haifete. Also, as a part of management, we cannot forget to thank Ms. Kauluma. I now move on to the next gifts that need to be handed off, and that is for our board members who work very hard without board sitting fees to make sure that Welwitchia continues to run smoothly. To assist me in handing out these prizes, Dr. Ndume, if you may, and I now call upon the following board members. The first, Dr. Ishmael Kashitai. You must clap for them loudly so they don't ever ask for board sitting fees. That way they continue working hard for free. The next board member, again, Professor Ipinge. Prof, you can always give me one of the gifts if you're tired. The next board member, Mrs. Monica Pendukeni. Also, your Deputy Chair, Mr. Edward Kafita. Ladies and gentlemen, this next man not only gives out the prizes, but finally he can get one also, Mr. Harry Karikup. The next board member to receive a prize, Ms. Joyce Shatilwe. In absentia. I'd like to ask Mr. Edward Kafita to please assist me in handing out the following service awards. We'll start with the first of 4 categories. Category number 1, these are the prizes given out for founding members. And the 2 of these prizes are handed out to Professor Scholastica Ipinge and Mrs. Monica Pendukeni. The next category in the service awards is strong supporters of the founders. The first certificate of appreciation is for Professor Vito de Raya. The second certificate of appreciation, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Richard Kamwe. He fought very hard for Welwitchia. He deserves more than that, guys. The further, Dr. Alfreda Klopper. Also, Dr. Esther Kamenye. Another certificate of appreciation goes to Mrs. Denise du Plessy. Moving along, Mrs. Alfrede Kalira. In absentia? Oh, she's here. Oh, my apologies. Yes, let's give her a round of applause. Moving along, Mrs. Maria Iyambo. Ladies and gentlemen, for the next one, I would like us all to rise, please, and give a resounding round of applause of appreciation for the late Mrs. Rosalia Ngidinwa. All right, Sarah, if you could please, Sarah Ngidinwa, if you could please come and collect your mother's prize. There we have it. Let's give her a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. We may be seated. Two more certificates of appreciation. One for Reverend Adrian du Plessis for his beautiful prayer this morning. Let's give him a round of applause. And last but not least, Mr. William Njetabula. Thank you very much. Let's give our strong supporters of the founders a round of applause. Only two more categories, then we're done. The third category is for certificates of appreciation to the academic staff who have been instrumental in shaping the current graduates. First certificate of appreciation for the Dean, Mrs. Watikunda. Yes, go get your certificate. Oh, yes. It's also their graduation, unfortunately. And last but definitely not least, Mr. Kopano Robert. Congratulations to you. Madam Rector, if you could just assist me in handing out the last category, only 2 prizes. These are the certificates of appreciation handed out to administrative and supportive staff who have been there from the very beginning. There are only 2. Number 1, Mr. Hafeni Hamukwaya. Hafeni is still busy preparing your lunch. But we thank him very much and we appreciate him. And the last prize for administrative or supportive staff who have been there from the very beginning, Mrs. Vistorina Nakanyala. Gentlemen, let's give all of our staff of Welwitchia Health Training Center a round of applause. Thank you very much, Madam Rector. You may take a seat. At this particular juncture, I would now like to invite to the podium, this time it's the correct one, Mrs. Pendukeni for our vote of thanks. Let's give her a round of applause.
Speaking from my heart, words will not be enough to express our sincere gratitude and appreciation to you all. Today is our memorable day. Myself and Professor Ipinge. I'm very sure that she feels the same way I feel. Although we gave birth to this baby called Welwitchia 7 years ago, to us, the memories are still very, very fresh. It was one of, if I may call it, complicated labor that we have ever experienced to give birth. Some of you have witnessed us going into labor, and you all came to assist us delivering this baby. Also, during that time, because we didn't have anything, we realized that we really needed something in order for us to go on. We had to pay the rent from our pocket, and also our families came to our rescue here and there. Give me a 5,000, give me a what, in order for us to, I think we were paying like 22,000 Namibian dollars that time. We really thank our family members as well to help us in that, and few friends as well. Then it was like, it was just continuing. Then we realized we didn't have any computers, we didn't have any resources except now for the chairs and books, few books, and the lecturers that were there now that time. So Mr. Katali, through a mining group called Vedanta, came again to our rescue, and then we got computers, donation for computers. And there was another group, the Sun Group Investments, that also added on. They came to our rescue, and we thank all of those people. I would like to end my speech or my vote of thanks with a saying from Henry Ford. He who loses wealth loses much. He who loses a friend loses more. But he that loses courage loses all. And by John Hayward, saying that nothing is impossible to a willing heart. Thank you very much.
I would now like to call upon Reverend Plessy for our closing benediction.
Ladies and gentlemen, graduates, now you receive your degrees. Now your hard work stopped. It's now the time to go out here and to serve. It's very important that you can only do that if you have this special love that only God can give us. If I walk into the walls, and then I first go to the sister in charge, the way she will accept me and treat me will also determine how I will go to my patients. So it's very, very important, because you are the first person that someone will enter your ward, will have contact with. As I mentioned in the beginning, we are all on a journey. A special journey and a special season start right now for you. I told you already, God is willing to give you strength, love. He is willing to prosper you. Take it up. Our country needs you. We need good nurses, not only nurses. We need compassionate nurses. We need people who care for the sick. Can I ask you to raise for the benediction, please? May the Lord bless you and keep you. That Lord make his face shine on you, and the Lord will be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face towards you, and he will give you his peace and his love. Amen.